When you're trying to start a fire, there's a lot of different methods to do it, from magnifying glasses to ferro rods to flint and steel, and of course the trusty Bic lighter. I'm going to go into a sometimes overlooked method of starting fire, and actually how to protect your matches. So this is the evolution of match cases. My name's Dean, and welcome to the Alberta Bushcrafter channel. Okay, so there are a lot of ways to light fire in the bush. There's ferro rods, there's flint and steel, there's magnifying glasses. There are some who will even use potassium permanganate and glycerin. There's also guys who just take their 9-volt battery and some steel wool, which is great until your battery runs out. But for the longest time, and it's still a great idea, people have been carrying matches. And so we're going to start out. The match case has really evolved in the last 30 years. And that's about as far back as I'm going from my old Boy Scout and Cub Scout days. So this is what I carried back then. This is actually just the standard little chrome-plated brass match case. You can see it's got a cylinder, holds about 20 or so strike anywhere matches. It's got that lid, and I'll get close up on the lid. You can actually see it's got a rubber gasket in there, right there. But that's it. Now, it is book 98.6 Degrees, The Art of Keeping Your Ass Alive, which is a really great book. I love it. This is from Cody Lundeen. He doesn't like these, and I have to agree with him. The one thing is you have to screw it tight for it to be waterproof, and that is not terribly waterproof. You got to carry, I've carried regular matches in here, regular strike anywhere matches, and they've just gone to mush. It's a handy little lanyard hole here too, or D-ring. The other thing is, if you do tighten it too much, you can cut the gasket, and then it's not waterproof at all. Plus, it's a little tough sometimes to get it open, but that's actually the case with all match cases. So the funny thing is, these are now selling anywhere upwards of $9 for one of these. And I remember in my youth there about 2 or 3. So if this is what you've got, treat it with care. You can put a handful of matches in. They will not take the big long Yuko stormproof matches, so you've got to settle for waterproofed strike anywhere matches. That's just dip them in wax once, set them in styrofoam, let them dry. And, you know, this is basic. It's not even a budget match case, though. Our next one, which is a budget match case. This is the Coghlan's Match Safe. These are okay. As you can see here, there's it has a lid. It's got a basic O-ring there, or actually it's more of a gasket because it's flat. It's also got this little tiny ferro rod on the bottom. I have tried with that ferro rod. There's so much gunk on it and epoxy. It can take some serious preparation before you can even use it. But yeah, it just screws together. This is in the budget category. This is $2. So I actually have a couple of these in a couple different locations, a couple in my car. And, you know, this is okay. As you're watching some of my earlier videos, you'll see that I really like these. These are the Yuko Stormproof match kits. Hold about 25 stormproof matches, I think. No, it's the other one. I've got one because I just upgraded, and we'll see that in a minute. But there, 20 to 25 stormproof matches. Keep in mind, you have to keep spare strikers inside. I really like this match kit, and it's $7.50 Canadian. These matches, you've seen a demonstration, which will be up here. The flint goes on the outside. You can put it inside when you're not using it. These matches burn quite long. They smell quite horrible. But this is an excellent choice. $7.50 for the basic kit full of matches and about 2 or 3 spare strikers. Now these are of the Strike Anywhere type. Oh, sorry, these are not the Strike Anywhere type. These are actually safety matches. So you need one of these red phosphorus strikers. That's the only kind of disadvantage with these. So these are my basic carry now, or they were. Keep in mind also, if you keep these will take the stormproof matches as well, but you have to keep a striker inside, and there's nowhere to put the striker. That's a disadvantage with this case. But these, the Yuko Stormproof, these are my favorite match carry. Also got to make sure that striker is away from the heads, or now you've got a pipe bomb in your pocket. So of the three, I still prefer the Yuko Stormproof. There's a nice fat gasket here. There's room inside for your strikers. The thing with Yuko, they even put a bit of cotton right in the top. I don't know if I'd recommend soaking or packing that with Vaseline unless you wrapped it, because your Vaseline could, I don't know, possibly degrade the match heads. So again, excellent choice. And now we're going to look at another one. So these are all great. This is the latest evolution of match cases. It is about $33 Canadian, so watch it. Watch your sticker shock. This is the Exotac Match Cap XL. This is a beautiful match case. You can see there's a built-in D-ring in the top. On the bottom, there is a sandpaper striker. Inside, the one thing I do not like about the Stormproof is you got to keep, when you want to use them, you got to take the striker out, or you got to keep it somewhere dry. And this one, take about 25 Stormproof matches as well, which I have in here, right there. Now take a look. We have a striker. There's a striker pad, adhesive striker pad inside. So that means it is covered, and the O-ring on these is very, very tight. It takes a bit of work. Might have a challenge with frozen fingers, but you can always grip it in your palms like this to open it up. I often do that by default. And it's also got little knurled aluminum, which isn't really good for much except gripping, but it does help grip. So this is what's coming with me. It's a little lighter than the Stormproof kits. The nice thing I like about Exotac is they also have these replacement kits. So you buy one of those, they're about $4. There are, it says here, there are 2 abrasive Strike Anywhere strikers, which are these little sandpaper bits on the bottom. There are 5 of the red phosphorus strikers inside for safety matches, and there's also a replacement O-ring. So for $5, this is worth picking up as well. This will last for ages, and that's why I like it. I mean, I like gear that's going to last. This one, you can pack the Stormproof matches in here. You can throw a couple Strike Anywhere. You might not even need to waterproof the Strike Anywhere matches, because there's nothing getting inside this. So of the bunch, least favorite to favorite as far as, a bit of a showdown with match cases. Least favorite's the old chrome-plated brass. Next up, the basic little Coglins. Buy this in orange. Do not buy it in green. If you drop it, you'll never see it again in the bush. That's why I like these. They come in orange. They're very bright. That's one last thing about them. Second place, I'm going to say the Yuko Stormproof Match Kit. They are very nice, and they also come in green. Don't buy those either. Buy the orange or the yellow. Something is going to show up. This is one case where if you drop your match case, stealth is going to really work against you. Now the Exotac, this one is a clear winner in my books. It is very expensive, but it's going to stick with you through thick and thin. Nothing's getting through this. It's not as crushable. These are fairly not crushable either, but you drive over this and you'll be fine. They do come in black if you are so inclined. I prefer the orange, and you've heard my reasons why. So that's the evolution of match cases. This is one that's definitely worth getting if you want to be absolutely bomb-proof or totally waterproof. And that's that. Match Cap XL. It's my favorite. So that's about as far as I can go on. Yeah, that is as far as I can go on match cases right now. That's a pretty good look at what's out there. So that's it. My name's Dean. This is the Alberta Bushcrafter channel. I want to say thanks for watching. Take care. Good day.